So starting with how we came together, the section is called Finding My Kids. I decided pretty early in my process that I wanted siblings, preferably boys. Siblings because I figured that being adopted by a single gay guy might bring up plenty of stuff. So at least the kids would have each other to share the experience with. Also, a sibling set gave each kid a built-in playmate who, to the relief of both of us, would not always need to be me. Boys because I was thinking ahead to puberty. I know my limits, and the idea of dealing with a teenage girl, or worse, girls, made my hair stand on end and skin break out in a cold sweat. At least with boys, I could rely on the fact that I had once been a teenage boy, which was basically a 5-year nightmare. So if nothing else, it gave me a baseline for how to help my kids have an opposite of dad experience. I finished all the requirements of my training, house upgrades, and home study psychoanalysis by the end of October 2002. That's when the magic kicked in a big way. In mid-November, I went to the adoption agency office and sat in a room with a large conference table covered in binders. Each binder represented a California county, and inside each binder were very brief, sketchy profiles for all of the foster kids up for adoption in that county. The binders were divided into 3 sections: boys, girls, and siblings. The rules for looking through the binders were simple. As you go through, you are to flag any potential matches with a Post-it note. The agency worker then contacts the county worker for each of those kids or sibling sets and sends the worker a brief bio of the prospective parent, me. After this point, the process is out of your hands. Each county worker makes a decision whether they think you, the prospective parent, are a good fit for the kid or kids in question. If so, the county worker replies to the agency worker and sets up a meeting. Similar to dating, it's basically a numbers game. If you want to match, flag lots of potential kids. There's no commitment at this point. Back in the room, I took a deep breath and grabbed the binder for my own county. I ideally wanted local kids. This was based on the thinking that being adopted by a single gay guy might be enough of a major transition. I was hoping we could at least minimize the impact of the actual physical move. Okay, so I have my county binder and I opened to the sibling section. And there they were, my kids. They were the very first picture I saw, and I knew right away they were the one.